Hey there, welcome back to Bombshell TV. This is the first official video in the Event Planning 101 series, and I'm super excited to kick this off. So, as you know, I recently hosted my first large-scale event called the Hustle Her Way Summit. It came out of nowhere. I was really inspired with the idea earlier this year, and I executed it, and it was a success. So I figured, why not turn that event into a teaching opportunity for my followers, my blog readers, and my YouTube subscribers. So if you are completely confused as to what's happening, go back and watch the last video, the introduction to this series. I'm super excited to partner with Lachelle Binion of The Kismet Life. Her website and YouTube channel is down below, but we're going to be partnering, and every other video will be alternating. So again, there's 5 videos in the series. This is video number 1. So today we're talking about the planning, right? So where do you start the kickoff? And so I started with a project plan. A project plan is a document where you outline all of the tasks that you have to do in order to reach a goal. So whether that's planning a conference, planning a baby shower, maybe you're moving into a new apartment. So every little task. Why is this important? It saves you the stress. There's so many little things that go into planning an event, like name tags, like utensils for food, like tablecloths, like do my speakers know how to get here? So you want to make sure that you're documenting all of those tasks in advance, all of the steps you need to complete that task, when you need to do it, if you're working on a team, even more importantly, who's responsible for it, and the status of the task. Again, it helps to keep you organized and making sure everything is in order. So what should your project plan spreadsheet consist of? I like to break mine into categories, so I have it up in front of me. So I like to break each task into big categories, and the categories I have are venue, branding materials, speakers and workshops, sponsors, food and refreshments, press, and post-event. So those are my big buckets, and then I break the tasks down underneath. So for example, under the category venue, I have confirm event date and time, book the venue, book the networking event venue. We had 2 events. Create a budget for decorations, determine, what I'm going to buy. Once I figured that out, I've added in here purchase conference sign, purchase centerpieces for tables, confirm volunteers, things of that nature. So that's an example of how granular you want to get with that. So when it comes to your venue, the biggest thing is making sure that you get it, and then making sure that you have a tour of it. Even if you're hosting your event in another city and you may not be able to get there, they can do like a virtual tour or a video tour. You need to understand the lay of the land, because that tells you what kind of decorations you need. So initially, the venue I was going to use had tables like this in front of all of the attending chairs. Well, that means I need centerpieces and I need decorative pieces. The venue I ended up going with had the chairs auditorium style, so there weren't any tables, so that meant I need to get creative. So I actually purchased wedding bow ribbons for the seats, and I'll show you that in the haul video. But you need to know so that you can understand, what kind of decorations I can get, what can't I get, and be very strategic with that. When it comes to your branding materials, that's everything from the social media flyers, right? The postcards you may give out, the conference bags, anything that's going to have like your conference logo on it, your programs, that's putting up your conference website or your Eventbrite page. Again, there's so many steps with that. So you want to make sure that you're hitting all of the points and making sure that your branding is consistent no matter what, right? So the way people feel about your event when they're registering for it, when they're going on the event website, when they're going on the event social media, it should feel the same way when they come to the event, so they don't feel swindled. In addition to that, make sure you have a conference hashtag or an event hashtag. Even if your event is a one-time 2-hour deal, you still want people to help you promote and get buzz. So encourage people to use your hashtag before the event to say they're excited to come, and during the event to share what they're learning or what they're doing, because that helps you when you want to host this event again. People that didn't even come know it was bomb, right? Because everyone was talking about it. When it comes to your speakers, one big thing for me, if you're hosting an event with speakers, is I had speakers actually apply for my event. I didn't actually reach out to people because I didn't really know who I wanted, but I did have a vision in mind. When it comes to getting speakers for your event, you want to make sure that you have a contract, something that clearly states what they're getting from the event, what you're getting from it, and some kind of clause to say what happens if they back out. I had someone back out of my event literally 2 weeks beforehand, and I had to replace her, number 1, and then number 2, I already paid for marketing materials with her face on it, so I had a big sign, and so that's money wasted. So you want to make sure that you have some kind of clause to protect yourself, okay? When it comes to sponsors, video number 2 in this series will be all about how to get sponsorships, and Lachelle will go into detail on that. Refreshments and food. So if you can't get anyone to sponsor your food and you end up buying it yourself, you just want to make sure that you're really exactly what you're getting. And I would rather have more food than not enough. So make sure you're clear on, is the food getting delivered? When is it getting delivered? If it's getting picked up, who's picking it up? During the event, who's responsible for putting the food out? Those little things, again, is what's going to stress you out later. Press. So you need a press release. So if you don't know how to write them yourself, you find a PR friend or a PR person to write your press release, and you circulate it to local media outlets, local bloggers, anyone that'll help you get your event on the map, right? So when my event first launched in terms of ticket sales, I circulated a press release to bloggers because I knew that they would have the audiences I wanted to buy tickets. I didn't start to circulate it to local press until the event was forthcoming, because at that point I had already sold tickets. I just wanted people to know that it was happening. So make sure you get your press together. And then lastly, your post-event. The final video in the series, video 5, will cover what to do post-event and how to measure your success. So that concludes today's video. If you have any questions, please leave them below, and I'll definitely make sure to answer them. And make sure you subscribe to Lachelle's channel. Her link will be below so that you can see video number 2 in the series tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.